One Piece chapter 1057. I was totally not expecting this chapter or Wano to end like this because there are still so many things that I wanted to see before Wano ends, and I'm still hoping that I will get to see it happen in the future as the story progresses. But for now, let's just start with this chapter's review. Before the story starts, we receive another Uta story where Shanks and his crewmates are having a childcare meeting, and Shanks is complaining about Uta, like why isn't she going to sleep and why won't she stop crying, etc. He also seems a little bit pissed about it, and I'm a very huge Shanks fan, so I didn't like this type of statement coming from him. Also, what is wrong with biological fathers in One Piece? They don't really seem to care about their child at all. Anyway, moving forward, we saw Shanks saying that they haven't slept a wink. And maybe I am reading too much into it, but this is not that much big of a problem that Shanks had to show this type of expression. What I think is maybe this is a time when Shanks and his crew were planning to steal Gomu Gomu no Mi aka Hito Hito no Mi model Nika, and that's why they haven't slept and he seems pissed. After that, and I don't know if I'm reading this right or not, but I think that Shanks is remembering someone singing. At first, I thought that she is Uta's mother who is singing to Uta, but on the second look, the baby don't really look like Uta at all. Then who is this baby and who is this woman? Maybe she is really Uta's mother and the baby is Uta. Or this is something that I read online, which says that the baby is Luffy and that woman is his mother, and that baby did look like Luffy, but the chances of this woman being Luffy's mother and this child being Luffy is very low. But I can see this happening, and I will discuss this in my next video. I also think that this baby might be Ace and this woman is Uta's mother, since Ace's real mother had already passed away, and Garp had again made an exception and let Shanks see Ace, as he is not angry at Shanks at that time, and maybe that's how Shanks came to know through Garp where he is taking Ace, and that's how Shanks visited Windmill Island to give Ace the fruit, but instead Luffy ate it. Now coming to the chapter 1057, Full Curtains, which start with a cover page where Caesar helps Germa to escape by attacking Katakuri and Owen with poisonous gas. And I would like to see Germa and Caesar team up and help Luffy in future. Now in the Flower Capital, the story of how the raid to Onigashima happened is being told to the citizen of Wano in the form resembling a poem. Meanwhile, we see Momonosuke in his dragon form in forest near Tokage Port Udon, where Yamato tells Momonosuke and Kinemon that she is not joining the Straw Hats. And after reading this, I was very upset because I really wanted Yamato to join the crew at the end of Wano. Even Momonosuke and Kinemon are shocked after hearing this. I mean, for years she kept saying she'll join the crew, and suddenly she decided to change her decision, and this happened off screen. We didn't even get to see how she ended up to this decision. All we get from her is she wanted to follow Odin's path and wants to see Wano first. And I'm not buying this explanation. I mean, how much time does it take to travel around Wano? I am not convinced that she is staying in Wano just for this reason. I still think that Yamato is going to join the crew. After that, we see Momonosuke is being angry at Luffy for not bidding them farewell, while remembering all the stuff they had gone together, how they met, the way they used to fight with each other, and how Luffy taught him to take a stand and this is his battle. He also goes on saying that Luffy is heartless and rude. Then we move to the port where Luffy and Law are interacting with each other, and Law is saying next time they will meet, they will be enemies. And we all know, guys, that's not gonna happen. There is no way in future that Law and Luffy are going to fight against each other, and I'm little sad that we are saying goodbye to all these characters that have been traveling with the Straw Hats from Punk Hazard. When I first started watching One Piece, I was little bit spoiled, and I know that there was a character named Law, and at that time I liked his character design and thought that he is one of the Straw Hats. But when I got to know that he has his own crew, I was sad that he is not a part of Straw Hat. Then later they formed an alliance and he kept traveling with the Straw Hats, and it started to feel like he was a part of a crew. So it's sad that I am not going to see him around anymore. Moving forward, we see angry Momonosuke shouting "you monster" and climbing onto Luffy and started bursting into tears. He asks Luffy not to leave Wano and stay with him forever. He also thanks him for helping him avenge his family and giving him a reason to laugh. From this whole chapter, this was the best part for me. I loved seeing Momonosuke confessing his true feeling and crying like a baby, which he is. Although Momonosuke had shown such a great development in recent arc from Punk Hazard to Wano, from being a pervert little boy to the shogun of Wano and displaying us many times that he is capable of leading Wano. Acting tough in front of citizen of Wano, I really love seeing that Momonosuke still acts as a child in front of Luffy. Now we move to a part where Luffy says he was waiting for them so that he can give them their flag. This is a very well executed part, how Luffy thinks of Momonosuke as his little brother and wants to protect him even after he is gone. Luffy knows very well that Momonosuke is strong, but he also understood that he is still a child who lacks self-confidence and experience. I also really enjoyed watching Luffy finally making a Yonko level move and claiming Wano as his territory, and the part where Luffy says screwing with them is same as screwing with us. It was absolutely brilliant. I live for that type of moment to happen in One Piece, where Luffy takes a stand for his friend and is ready to take any danger for them. After this, we saw Luffy saying that if any of you ever wanna be pirates, I will come for you right away. And despite how much I want them all to join the crew in their future journey and reach Laugh Tale all together, I know that's never going to happen. I think Yamato is going to join the crew, but as for Momonosuke and Kinemon, they are not going to join Straw Hats as their Nakama, although they are definitely coming back later in the series for the final battle. After all this, Luffy and his crew finally set sail and Momonosuke swears or sets a goal for himself to surpass his father Odin. And I know in future Momonosuke is going to surpass Odin, given that he has a very strong devil fruit, voice of all thing and blood of Odin running through his vein. I am just wishing that this happens before the final war, so that I can see Momonosuke at his peak strength fighting alongside with Luffy. After this, Nami states that they can leave Wano safely through Hakumai port, and Chopper and Brook are also relieved after hearing this, but kids start taunting both Luffy and Law and call them wusses, which triggers both of them, and they all fall from Wano to head to their new destination. Then we again move to Flower Capital, and the narrator is at the part where Denjiro chops Orochi's head off, and with his last breath, Orochi curses the land of Wano, to which Hiyori replies, "The Kurozumi were born to burn." And to an extent, I can understand why she is saying this to Orochi, because he was one of the reason her father was boiled, her mother was burned alive, and she had to suffer for whole 20 years. But this is not something that should be told to the citizen of Wano. This is only going to continue the cycle of hatred for both the clans, and it shows that it was right to burn the Kurozumi clan from the start. I have also seen the clarification of the Hiyori's line, and it says that she did not mean that for the whole Kurozumi clan but to Orochi only. But it's still not reasonable to tell the whole citizen of Wano what Hiyori said, as it only going to spread negativity among citizen of Wano. And in the One Piece story so far, I have never seen this type of ending given to any arc. So even though Wano as an arc is over, I still believe that we are going to see a lot of things happen in Wano, and it's not completely over. Also, I don't think that Straw Hats are coming back to Wano. I think we are going to see how Momonosuke will solve the issue and many more things that I am going to discuss in another video. Now at the end of this chapter, we saw a cool drawing of Momonosuke, all these Scabbers, Otama and Yamato sitting all together, and as the final curtain falls, Wano is officially over. Wano arc overall was one of the best arc in One Piece. It's just that I was hoping for a different type of ending where Yamato joins the crew and we receive a reasonable solution for the Kurozumi issue. Although I still think that Yamato will join the crew. And about the Kurozumi part, I have believed in the author that he is not going to let this issue unsolved. We just have to wait and see. So with this, I would like to conclude my review to One Piece chapter 1057. I hope you have enjoyed it.